All right, listen, guys. I'm gonna do like the video review on this watch, but you got to keep in mind I'm a G-Shock Square fanboy, and I don't love them all. You can see the ones I really like. I have my 5610 on Combi, I have my Bling Master, and I have the MRG. I have some other ones, but those are my three main squares. But this square, sent over by Mimo's Jewelry, link in the description, the GCW-B5000UN-1DR module 3543, which is a really cool module. It pretty much has everything, all of the things. It's in there. Comes with a hefty price tag, $2,000. And the black one, I think this one here is pretty much sold out everywhere. They only made, I don't want to say it's limited edition, and I'm sure they're going to make more, but I don't think these are super easy to make either. I could be wrong in that, but I'm not there with the manufacturing. But you know, when they're making $2,000 watches, they're not sure how many people are going to buy them, and they're probably not super easy to make. They probably didn't make a ton of them. They made plenty, but not a ton, right? But the reason I started out was saying that I'm going to do the video, but you got to understand I'm going to pawn over this thing a little bit, right? Meaning I'm lusting this watch. I want this watch. It's towards the end of the year when I'm recording this. Well, you can see right there. It's December 21st at roughly 8 p.m. And I'm just not in a position to purchase another watch, let alone a $2,000 watch right now, let alone a $2,000 G-Shock Square. That's a hefty purchase. You know, it's hard to justify that for 99% of the people out there. But there are, I don't know the statistics on this, but there's the 1% of us that are G-Shock Square fanboys that will see this watch and go, yep, I'll take it. And I'm in that camp. I really want it. I can't do it right now. I'm working on it. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. But let's get into the watch. So I measure the width at 45 millimeter. The lug to lug, if you call it that, on the case there is like 49 millimeter. The thickness, 14 millimeter. The sapphire crystal, that's right, sapphire crystal. It's a premium. It should have that, right? The MRG has it. Is sunken below the bezel. So it's also protected. Not that it really needs to be. The width, you're not going to change out this strap, but it's like 25.5 millimeter here, and it tapers down to 18, and it has a fully carbon, everything's carbon, with some added materials in certain spots. Fold over, double pusher, 3 micro adjust. Probably has spring bars to size it. I'm not sizing it because it's not mine. Dang it, I need to just buy this thing. The more time I spend with it, the more... I told you I was going to pawn over this thing. This thing is epically cool, and I just... it's so freaking cool. Okay. It weighs, with all of its links, it weighs 65 grams. So it's nice and lightweight. It's deceivingly, like mentally, when you look at it and you hold it, it's one of those deceivingly light watches, for sure. So the stuff inside this thing, right? So we have the Wave Scepter. That's multi-band 6, essentially, but they're calling it Wave Scepter. The radio control, that's the Wave Scepter. Tough Solar, Bluetooth. You don't have to connect it to your phone. I don't have any of those connected to my phone. Sometimes I will when I travel, but for the most part, I don't. I just let it take the regular timekeeping or signal if it has it. But occasionally I will connect it to the phone just to update it. 200 meter water resist. Of course, it has a stopwatch, countdown timer, well time, all that stuff. Most of that stuff doesn't get used. Occasionally I'll use the stopwatch. The other thing that's really cool about this is the overall construction. It's part of the 40th anniversary. The case is a monocoque design, and the case is one of the only things that has some other foreign materials mixed in with the carbon. So it's a carbon resin mix to construct the case. The rest of the outer case and the bracelet you can clearly see because of its look to the pattern of the carbon is a forged carbon. So no two are going to be alike. They're all going to look different because it's, you know, you're using materials that are going to move around. You can't predict what they're going to totally look like. and then they forge it, right? The clasp is a layered carbon, and that's just because they probably couldn't form this particular shape, and they wanted to get some different look to it potentially as well. And then, of course, sapphire crystal, you do have a couple metal bits here and there. I'm not sure what the buttons are. They might be aluminum or something, or titanium. I can't tell. I don't think those are carbon. They might be resin. It's hard to say. But you can see it looks great. Here's a quick run through the modes. The negative display, some people might not like. I'm totally fine with it. It matches this watch perfectly. So there's the stopwatch, there's the countdown timer, and then back to your regular time. And like I said, you don't have to sync it with your phone or anything like that. You can hold down the adjust button and you can set it up however you want. You can change your time zones really quick. You can adjust the time, do whatever you need to do. You can see there, it says it right there, Bluetooth, multiband 6. You can see the since 1983 is kind of done shiny. It has that brick pattern underneath there. That's where the solar is going to be operating through. Tough solar indicated up at the top there. Of course, your mode adjust and your light and all that stuff button should be marked. I don't know which one's your light because it says set and set plus. I don't know. That's the set plus and minus. So we'll check to see which one's the light. Oh, the top one's the light. It says it right there. And then this one's receiving. So pretty dang cool watch. Let's pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. This thing is incredible on wrist. It is, I would totally buy this and make it my work watch. Potentially retiring my 5610. I mean, I would never retire this because I just want to see how long this is going to last with me. I need to do a good cleaning with it, but I could see retiring the 5610 in the work watch capacity and using this forged carbon watch in that capacity. That would be a fun experiment for me. I mean, I could do it with any of the watches. Here's the fully stainless steel one in the gold toned colorway, the AK Bling Master. And then, of course, the MRG, which is up there in price too. I think what the retail on these are like $3,500. You can see some of the design cues definitely with the way like the G-Shock, you know, the logo up there on the top is also done in there, and then as well as where the MRG is done, kind of in that metal profile. So is that since 1983. So you can see they added those premium elements that were originally picked up by the MRG series and then carried over. I really like what G-Shock's doing with the Square series. It would have been so easy just to keep doing different colorways and different collabs with celebrities, which I'm not a huge fan of. But when they start playing around with different materials, instead of just messing around with different colorways, that keeps my interest. And then they had to, they couldn't really probably do the carbon, or maybe this is, they could have, but they wanted to go with the monocoque design. I think it's great. Either way, I think it's great. I totally want one. Is it ridiculous? Absolutely. It's not for everybody. It's for the G-Shock Square fanboys, just like the MRG. There's the light, soft on, soft off. And of course, you can adjust the time that it stays on as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and big thanks to Mimo. Check them out. These are going to be sold out everywhere. Good luck getting one. See you on the next one.